Today we're looking at Ephesians chapter 4 and the scriptural mandate to speak words of blessing instead of words of curses. And I don't know if you can relate to this particular topic, but verse 29 really says it all. It says, "Don't use foul or abusive language. Let everything you say be good and helpful so that your words will be an encouragement to those who hear them." This is one of those verses that every Christian should memorize because it impacts every relationship, fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, friends, best friends, not so best friends. It really impacts everybody. But what I want to show you here is the context for this, right? So we're talking about being encouraging, not being negative. If you scroll just a little bit backwards, scroll up to verse 21. Look at what Paul says, and this really shows us how we can do what it says in verse 29. He says this, "Since you've heard about Jesus and have learned the truth that comes from him, throw off your old sinful nature and your former way of life, which is corrupted by lust and deception. Instead, let the Spirit renew your thoughts and attitudes. Put on your new nature, created to be like God, truly righteous and holy." So the point is this: the whole reason that we can use words of blessing instead of speaking words of cursing all the time to people, using our words to build people up instead of tearing them down. The reason we can do that is because of what it says here. It's not because you're a good person and just incredibly self-controlled by your own willpower. It's because you have heard about Jesus, you've learned the truth that comes from him, and the Spirit is renewing your thoughts and attitudes. So, verse 24, put on that new nature. And when you put on the new nature, I'll let you read this for yourself here, all these things happen, not the least of which is verse 29, not using foul or abusive language. So you end up being one of those people who is a positive, life-giving person. Man, if you're a follower of Jesus, I hope you'll be that kind of a person. Now, if you want to learn more about speaking blessings instead of curses, I'll put a link below to one of our lessons on the last words of Moses. So check that out, talk about it with a mentor or a group, and we'll see you in the next hopefully great video.